So I've decided that it is tortilla day, fajita day, both of them. It's both of those days. So we're going to make tortillas. What I've got right here is 2.5 cups of flour, 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and I only buy this brand because it's what my grandma uses. So if grandma uses it, you know you're good. And then like a teaspoon of kosher salt. And for these steps ahead, if you can possibly snag yourself one of these little potato mashers, it is the best thing in the world and you can use it for many, many different things. The next thing you're going to need is, it's lard. It's lard! Dang it, me and my product placement. I've got to stop that. I did it. Oh, and I did it earlier too. Okay. Whatever, you can sue me, but if you are these companies, you should sponsor me because I cook with your stuff. It's like a match made in heaven. It's wonderful. And so will these tortillas if you use lard. They will be wonderful. So I have spared you the dipping and scooping of it, but there it is. It's like half a cup. So put it in just a little bit at a time into your flour. And I don't want to hear a word from any of you. You shut your dirty bocas. You use lard when you make tortillas. I don't want to hear it. None of this. Shania's eating lard. Yeah, maybe I am. What are you going to do? You're just going to put in like just a little bloop, I guess. And you're just going to cut it up. If you do it a little bit at a time, it helps it, or it keeps it from getting kind of too difficult to break everything up. You just want to do it so it looks kind of like coarse crumblies. Lard and boobs. That's what this episode is. Lard and boobs. Tortillas. Next is going to be our water. Get hot water. Not super hot, but just hot, like from the tap. And we're going to pour it in a little bit at a time. So this mixture is going to get kind of sticky, but that's okay because we're going to need it afterwards. And that will kind of help it get less sticky. Put flour on your hands if you need to. That'll keep it from getting all like gunky nasty. Just as long as you don't see any dry flour at the bottom. And here comes the fun part. You're not gonna get away without doing this. Get them in there. So what you want to do is you want to get in here and you want to knead it. Do it for a while until it feels kind of like a cohesive ball of muck. I don't know how else to say it. You're going to end up with a ball kind of like this. See how it doesn't stick to my hands at all? It's really nice. Just have fun with it because this is the funnest part of making anything bread or... yeah, bread. So, you want to... what you're doing... and I really don't know. I'm apparently really good at physics when it comes to baking and cooking, but I don't know why. I don't know why. You just do it. That's what you do. If you do this, this happens. And it's a wonderful way to learn. If you put too much water in, then you're going to have a bad time. But with this, I really don't know the purpose of kneading. I think it's to get all the air out. I don't know, Google it if you really want to know. I probably will too. But this, you can just mash it. You can, Don't put empty cereal boxes back on top of the fridge. Get those day's aggressions out. But you could twist it. Doesn't really matter what you do. I think you're just getting all the air out. Or, I don't know, maybe it's masochistic. Masochistic dough won't work unless you beat it into submission. So anyway, you can end up with something a little like this. What I do is, even though there's no yeast in it, I'm still going to let it rest because, I just beat the hell out of it. Poor little thing, it needs to recuperate. So you can use the same bowl. I do, it's not really that big a deal. But what I do is I'm just going to put it kind of right in the center. And I'm just going to take a little towel. Woo! Pop it over. So we're going to let our poor little beaten dough rest in ICU for just a little bit. I hope it doesn't press charges. So while it's resting, I will give a little shout out since I used this lovely, wonderful lard. and in Spanish it's manteca. So you know who you are. Hello. Also, congratulations, because, you know, you just graduated high school, so keep it up. It only gets worse from here. I'm better from here. It only gets better. I swear. Okay. So again, still, rest for an hour. I don't know, go roll a witch doctor. Do 3. Let me tell you just a little bit. I'm not super happy with it yet. I'm just not. There are certain event that happens that, yeah, I don't like. And I'm really stubborn like that. I don't like one thing about it. I don't like the whole thing. So I'm still playing through. We'll see if it gets any better. It is another thing I've noticed is it's so different. I don't know if it's like kind of dumbed down. Like I've noticed that I haven't been having many problems at all, unless I get distracted and, you know, stop watching my screen. It's definitely different. I have to say I'm still a huge fan of D2 right now. But we'll give it a chance. We'll give it a chance. It's really pretty. And this has probably been like 5 minutes of me talking about not tortillas. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go play WoW now. Now I can't find my rolling pin, which, you know, is kind of par of the course. So what you want to do is you want to just try to get them flat. It doesn't really matter how you do it. I mean, you can do it with the rolling pin, you can do it by hand. By hand, of course, obviously, it's not the most optimal way. I swear this cookie sheet, it probably doesn't look clean, but it is because I just baked cookies on it. So whatever. But try to get them as thin as you can. Get your little cast iron thing. I guess a skillet would work just fine. I don't think you'd have a problem with that. So you want to get it nice and hot. Okay, I'm going to show you one while they're cooking. So you just grab one, slap it on. If it bunches up, that's fine. Don't worry about it. And then while it's cooking, you can take your next one. And then just put it down on your little whatever you're using. And just get it as soon as you want. If it tears in a little place, don't worry about it. You do want to watch your cooking one though, so you definitely don't want it to get too cooked. And the thinner you make them, the less time they cook anyway. So that's a good thing. But see how it's got that nice brown on it? It's not burned, but it's nice and cooked and brown. And if any little holes bubble up, I mean, you can leave them, it doesn't matter, or you could pop them. Popping them's kind of fun. So do what you want. Oh, and then you get to be all pretentious and say, yeah, I gave up buying store-bought tortillas. I just find, you know, the process of making your own is just so much more. You know, you really get to know your tortillas. Shut up, Shannara. Just really get to know it, you know. This one's name is Greg. We'll put our last one down. It's really hot, so don't do this. This is really stupid. But it helps to kind of flatten it out. But yeah, there we go. Tortillas. And then as you can see up here, it's bell peppers for fajitas. Because it's fajita night. It's fajita night. Fiesta. Oh, I have those maracas from Disney World. I should really get those. Okay, I've got to turn the fan on. It does get a little smoky, just so you know. So be prepared for that. And then be prepared for delicious tortilla fiesta in your boca. And you can use it for anything. You can make it with butter. Put some butter on it. And cinnamon and sugar. It's ridiculously delicious. Anything you want. Have fun. Adios, mi amigos. Okay, I will never do that again, I promise.